Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey. I want to talk about purpose. Purpose. It's going to be a good, quick conversation. Hopefully, it motivates somebody or inspires someone. I want to talk about purpose. I'm going to give people some time to come into the room. Hey, Terry. You're going to enjoy this one, Terry. I already know you're going to enjoy this one. Okay, so let me get into what I wanted to say. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Hit the like on your way in, hit the like button. So, listen here. If you've been watching me even if you've been watching me only as early as like last year, you would had to have been watching me at least for the entire time, or at least I would say a good 3 or 4 years to see that there was a significant change made last year. I couldn't put my finger on what it is I was trying to change. I just knew I kind of had an attitude of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just could not really pinpoint what it was I was sick and tired of. That is how far, to me, the mental conditioning went back for me. And I'm going to explain that. And I want to do, like, every time I have these moments, I want to take everybody on, because I know this helps people to be as open and honest about situations in your life. It's called a testimony, and y'all know how serious I am about testimonies, to help people with testimonies. I had no idea exactly what it is that I was tired of. I could not even put my finger on it. I just knew I was tired of a lot of things. I was tired of a lot of people. I was tired of a lot of conversations. I was tired of a lot of the things I was doing as well. I knew it needed to be some character shifting. I didn't know exactly what angle I was going. I couldn't even pinpoint the direction. Couldn't pinpoint it. I just knew I started to get rid of things. I started to get rid of people. I started to remove circles from around me. I just knew I started doing things like, I don't want this here. It's kind of like clearing out a house. You want to see some new things come in. You just know you want something new. You don't know the real reason why you want something new. You just know you want something new. It's like when people switch their furniture around. You ever seen, you go to somebody's house? My mother is good for that. You can come over there Monday, it'll be one way. Friday, it'll be another way. She is good on switching stuff around, moving stuff around, redirecting and redecorating with what she has. She's big on adding another accent piece. She'll order another chair and then just change everything up in the common areas of the home with just pillows and throw blankets. She's big for it. Never asked my mom why she does it. It's just something I know that she does all the time. So when I started doing it with my life, I did not have really a reason why I was doing it. I just knew it was some things that I was tired of. I don't even know if I had an interest on the reason. I just knew it was things I was tired of. So when I removed, hit the like button on the way in, everyone. Hit the like. When I removed alcohol and marijuana, that was the biggest game changer. And I'm going to tell you why that was the biggest game changer. Removing alcohol and marijuana made me more clear headed. Whatever crutch I had to lean on for the things that I was tired of was no longer there. So that is when my relationship with God started to accelerate. My relationship with God was always there, but the fact of the matter is, I was not utilizing my relationship with God to get me through life. What I was using was foreign substances to put in my body to shift my focus, and I didn't even realize that's what I was doing at the time. See, this is where purpose comes in, and I'm going to tell y'all how I got there. How I got there. When you are so used to doing something, when it is a part of the culture, you don't even realize that you're using it as a way to function, as a way to steer clear of things. Like, you don't even realize you're doing it because it's been a part of the culture. It's a part of the culture. So when I removed alcohol and marijuana, I mean, I would say, like, I was looking up things and it said it'll take like 3 to 4 weeks for you to start seeing changes. And I was reading about all these different changes of, living a sober life. I've never really lived a sober life. I've always drank or smoked some weed, or I've never really just lived a sober life, except for probably when I was a child. It's as soon as I could get my hands, I was 14, 15 years old smoking weed before I went to school, on the weekends, going to little house parties and stuff with my friends. They would be sneaking alcohol. It was just a part of the culture. So when I removed it, I saw a lot of different things. I was like, whoa, that seems a little bit more clear. Woo, let me process that emotion. Oh, okay, I see. So everything started to become more clear, very easy to identify, and very easy to handle. But how I handle is what accelerated my relationship with God. I thought y'all couldn't have told me prior to removing foreign substances, intaking foreign substances from my body, y'all could not have told me that my relationship with God was not top tier. Y'all couldn't have told me that. I thought I was the closest. I thought, no, listen, when you lean on God all the way without no help, it is a whole different lane. So the next thing I started doing, y'all went on the road with me with that, with my water fast, my fruit fast. I started doing stuff like that. I started cleansing my body, drinking more tea. One bad habit I picked up is what led me to the word purpose for today. Purpose is the word for today. I started drinking more teas, looking into ways of being more healthy, and, asking questions, watching YouTube tutorials, just focusing on things that was in my life as of now, or the changes I'm making, educating myself, doing things like that. I'm in church twice a week, Wednesday and Sundays. If I ain't in church, I'm reading my Bible, or I'm ordering books about the Bible. I'm reading books about determination, motivation, life changes, all of this stuff, right? But I'm still, even though I'm doing all these things, hit the like button on your way in. I'm still not of a destination, is what I mean. There is no destination. There is just a strong urge and desire to do things differently, is what I will say that I had. I had a very strong desire to switch things up and do things differently. I mean, it was really strong to where I didn't want to think about it unless it was leading me to something. Like, but I still have no idea what the something is still. So I started noticing that I'm taking in, Pepsi. That started to be like my new little crutch. I'm drinking Pepsi, wild cherry Pepsi, putting it down, going to town on it. And I'm like, ooh, I don't need to be doing this. This is too much sugar, et cetera, and all this stuff. So what I started doing was going to the gym loosely. When I say loosely, I mean loosely. I haven't smoked or drunk anything since November 30th, 2022. So I started going to the gym maybe once every other week and a half or so. Like, I could say I probably have been about 5 times total to the gym, right? So not consistent at all. When I say like my second time there, I met this lady. She's been a member of the gym for about 8 years, she told me. And she told me about her journey. Like, girl, I be off and on. Sometimes I miss like a couple of weeks, but for the most part, she's solid. She's in her 50s, very nicely built and everything. Good looking Black woman. So her vibes was everything. We exchanged phone numbers. She would call me and ask me here and there, you want to come, baby? You want to come to the gym? You don't have to go hard like I do, just 15, 30 minutes. She was really motivated. And then there was a gentleman at the gym that has been going to the gym longer than her, that helped her like with certain routines and stuff along the way or whatever. So she introduced me to him maybe like the third or fourth time. I can't remember. It was just like in passing, like, oh, this is Angela, da 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 da, all of that or whatever. So she was telling me like what to look out for. She was really like a good reference guide. Don't talk to that guy. Don't, which I kind of already knew, but she was like, he's cool. He's really, really cool. Da 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 da. So I was invited to go running this morning by him. Now, let me tell y'all, at first, started not to go. But then I thought about how I get up early anyway. And there's kind of like a pocket of no time, because I get up, I pray, I just kind of sit there and think about things. I write in my journal my thoughts. And then there's just like this pocket of time. There's really, nothing for me to do during that time. And like I said, everything I've been thinking about is doing things, but I didn't have the words. And this is where all this comes into play. This morning when I woke up, did what I typically do on my end. I'm thinking about not wanting to go. It's cold outside. It's really early in the morning. When you run, the wind is hitting your face. I'm thinking of every excuse not to go. Every excuse not to go. I'm sitting on the bed like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I'm trying to make every excuse. I'm even thinking about food I can eat. I'm thinking about food from the night before that I can warm up and eat. And I'm just sitting there. I didn't even think to pray. I had already prayed for the morning. I didn't think to pray again for those feelings. For those feelings, I did not think to pray. I was actually inching my way more and more. This is a man. I don't know if I should go. It's a man, and da 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 da. And why should I be out here? And she was there. She was going as well, and this is the thing. Let me stay on course. So I get a phone call. Now, I know her number. So I'm looking at the number and I'm like, who is this? I started not to answer, but I did. And it was him. And so he asked me, he said, "Are you still coming?" And he mentioned the lady that introduced me. And he was like, "She's coming, or whether she's still coming. I just wanted to see if you were coming." So something led me to just be honest about how I was really feeling, instead of, because when it comes to men, I'm really big on not feeling comfortable with being honest with them right out the gate. I don't care who they are. It could be platonic, it could be a boss, it could be a friend. It's just a lot of my interactions with men and being honest with them about certain things. I'm like, all I'm gonna need to do is tell this man that I don't feel like going, and I'm feeling lazy and I'm feeling unmotivated. And then the whole gym is gonna be, "Oh, she's lazy." That's where my mind was. My mind was, be honest with him for what? But something led me to just say, I really don't want to go, to be honest with you. And he bust out laughing. He had a real good hearty chuckle. And he was like, "You think I don't know that already?" He's like, "I didn't expect for you to want to go." He was like, "That's why I'm calling you, because anybody, if they're not used to running in the morning, this is not something they get up and do all the time. It's very normal for you to not want to go." And so he stated something that I've heard before. I've heard it at jobs, career fairs. I've heard it at school, where they say 90% of life is just showing up, and the other 10% is doing. So the 90% is just going, it's just showing up. So he was like, the 90% of everything you succeed with in life is just going to be you showing up. The 10% is what you do when you get there. So y'all know that's my type of talk. So now he got me interested just because of the motivating words. He took it a step further and said, "Can I pray for you?" Mind y'all, I had not even thought about praying away the negative feelings that I was having. Hadn't even thought about it. I was just going to eat through it, not lean on God to give me that strength and that motivation, just be soaking in my emotions, because that's what I have been used to. I have been used to surviving and not living. And this realization came to me today. When you are surviving, your mind gets used to feeling anxious all the time, nervous all the time, aggravated all the time. Your mind gets used to it. Your body gets used to it. Your reactions are exemplary of what it is that you are consistently comfortable with feeling. So here I go, Miss, I love God. I love me some Jesus, not even talking to Jesus, not talking to God about how I'm feeling unmotivated, how I don't want to go, how I want to eat the food I made last night that is not healthy. And yes, that's what I would prefer to do. What I would prefer to do is sit here and eat that food from last night, drink my wild cherry Pepsi with extra ice, and then drink a cup of tea and follow it behind water, because I'm feeling guilty for all of the sugar I just consumed and the unhealthy food I just consumed, right? That is what I would rather do. I would rather give myself a false sense of pride and not lean on God and lean on Jesus, who I'm always shouting I believe in so much. So when this man calls and says, he cracked the joke with me, then like I said, he got me with the, 90% is just showing up. So, now I'm feeling all motivated. And he prayed. In that prayer, he talked about purpose and prosperity. And it took everything in me, thank you, Jesus, to not cut this man off and thank him for giving me the word of what it is I'm trying to do in my life right now. I am trying to live a purpose driven life. When I tell y'all, ooh, it's just choking me up. Hearing this man say that took weight off my shoulders, because I was unaware of what I was doing. I just knew I was tired. I just knew I was tired of the drinking. I was tired of the smoking. I was tired of the cursing. I'm tired. I'm like tired of myself. I'm tired of the people around me that don't live purpose driven lives. I'm tired of not having better conversations. I'm tired of the small talk. I'm tired. So I was removing things. I get tired of everything fast. The last couple of like years, I was just tired. While people are talking tired, just tired. And when he said purpose and prosperity, woo, when he got done, we chatted a little bit. I got in my car, drove up there. Get out, he already out there. He beat me and her there. He already out there. And the trail, y'all, was 17 miles. Y'all know doggone well I ain't making no 17 miles. So I don't even got to play with y'all with that. Y'all know I ain't making no 17 miles. They could have made it those 17 miles. They've ran the trailway together for about the past 6 years now, him, her, and her husband. So they've done it before together. So, I made it about 4.5 miles. So we walked back. We didn't run back. We walked back. They gave me a little leniency. So on the walk back, we had a good conversation, all of us. Prior to any of this, y'all, I did not know neither of them were believers. Didn't know neither of them were believers. So we're sharing what church we go to. I was thanking him for the prayer and thanking him for giving me that word purpose, because I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew I was making significant changes. I just knew I was removing things. I was in the energy of process of elimination. So I'm thanking him like, wow, you just don't know. I mean, I know the word purpose. It's like, have you ever had somebody say something to you and it's like, ding, 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 like, wow. Like I didn't, I mean, I know all of this, but why didn't I act like I knew all of this? So it was just that energy of him saying that. He went on to elaborate that he started his journey of living a purpose-filled life over 20 years ago. He explained to me that he said nothing he does. He said, I don't do anything just to be doing it. Everything I do aligns with my purpose. I don't believe in idle time. I'm always doing something that aligns with the purpose driven life that I've created for myself. And the way and the more and more him and her, just listening to them talk, just listening to all of the significant changes. She said her change was about 9 years ago, changing friends, changing places that she goes for fun, changing employment, change everything, just changing where you like, just purposeful conversations, purpose being the root and the center of your life. Purpose. It was just, it was very enlightening. But I'm gonna say this. When you are on a path and you are making significant changes and you are leaning on God, I wasn't leaning as hard, like I said in the beginning of this video, as I thought I was. It was him that gave me the idea and the thought, like, wait a minute. So when I feel these moments of not wanting to do things, I'm sitting up here acting as if I can't lean on God and call on Jesus to feel joy in these moments, to switch my mind frame in these moments. Everything doesn't have to be so daunting, like, oh, I gotta get up and run. It was like, how about you have the idea that you can run? How about you have the idea that you got feet that still move? How about you have the idea that you are above ground and not beneath it? How about you have the idea that you can pick up speed and you are healthy? How about you have that mindset? How about you have that mindset? Be more purposeful. Like, it's like, do you not know that you can get joy from God as well? Everything doesn't have to be so stressful. Oh, I'm just a Christian, so I guess I'm going to go on this run. I guess I'm going to go on this run because it's what I got to do. It's what you can do, it's what you blessed to do. It's just the whole conversation. I completely, and it was cold, y'all. I completely forgot about it being cold. I mean, just all types of stuff. He gave me a couple of books. He asked me, if you want to come running with us, we do it every Monday because it's a great way to start the week. If you want to come running with us, you can. It just was, it was just a realization of two people that are already out there living their life in a purpose driven way, bumping into me figuring out that that's what I'm trying to do too. These is two people that seasoned in a purpose driven life. And they bump into me in my infancy of living a purpose driven life. My infancy. I didn't even know to use that word. I just knew, like I said, I was tired of certain things. Like certain things I had outgrew, certain things were old. No, certain things weren't adding up to me in my mind of my big old age. Some things needed to change. Some things needed to be an example of a woman of my age. Verbiage needs to change. Everything needs to change. That's all I was thinking. That's all I was thinking. So I just started doing. I started eliminating. But to meet them and to be equally yoked with them spiritually, purpose, purpose. When you on the path, and it was crazy, y'all, because on my Woman Sphere channel, I had put some stuff on my community wall about walking in your spiritual path. Like just when you think, oh man, this is getting, here comes that encouragement. Here comes that God-like encouragement. And I just wanted to say to everybody, it's like, it's a reason for living a purpose-driven life. Be purposeful in what you do. With everything, your conversations, your relationships, your job, your children. We all know intention. Intention is there for me. My intention is always good. But the purpose, it was just kind of like, you just kind of live in life. But what is the purpose? Where do you want to arrive at? What is the purpose? What is the reason? What is the purpose and what is the reason? Because all of that sounds simple, but it's oh my God, it's serious. What is the purpose? What is your goal? Where do you want to get to? What is the destination? And you think about that, and you just sit around, you think about how powerful that is. You think about how powerful that is to move with intention, to move with seriousness, to put some purpose on your stride, to put some purpose on when you get up in the morning and your feet get off that bed. What's the saying? The devil is like, oh Lord, she woke up. You want purpose on your life. Purpose. And that is what I took from that experience today, because I am telling y'all, I started not to go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. And it unveiled something about me and my mind. It unveiled, that spirit of surviving, that spirit of always like, man, I gotta go. But hyping yourself up to feel satisfied with the fact that you just did it, but you going through it begrudgingly. Like, do you really want to keep going through life just begrudgingly? Yeah, you did it, but you soaked the whole way through it. You complained the whole way through it. You didn't want to do it. You just turning every experience, every purpose into misery. Misery. I mean, yeah, I did it. I did it. I get purpose. Purpose is definitely the word. And when it aligns with everything else, your testimony, everything you've been through, every story you can tell, that purpose, it puts all the pieces of your puzzle together. And God will align you with other purpose-driven people. These two people could not wait to help me, could not wait to give me. He went right in the back seat of his car and gave me a book he has not even read yet. It wasn't even out the Amazon Prime package. And he gave it to me. Purpose, y'all. And that's all I got for this video. I hope it inspires somebody today. I'm telling you, to live your life with purpose. God will naturally align you with other people that are purpose-driven as well. They have way more. These people, y'all, have way more time in the game than you do. Than you do. They done fail. They done bump their knee. They done, just all types of things. The woman that was there, she had back surgery 2-3 years ago. Out there running like a track star. You know what I mean? Like, God will align you with people that are living their lives with purpose. They'll be able to give you their testimony, so you cannot feel like the road ahead of you is so daunting. It actually becomes more delightful. You're encouraged to cross those hurdles. It's about purpose. It is about purpose. And I am telling you, like, God is the root of every purpose-driven idea. I literally sat here today and did not lean on God to bring me joy. And the beautiful thing about that is joy comes in the morning. This is Woman Sphere. You guys be easy.